What's up, YouTube? This is Shuttle Boy, and I'm back with yet another video. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the newest, the latest and greatest golf drop that happened. Now, I did make a really quick video talking about the announcement of it, letting you guys know that that drop was happening. And a lot of you guys said thank you and stuff, so I really appreciate you guys commenting that because it just lets me know that you guys do appreciate that. And I appreciate what you guys appreciate. So I'll try my best to keep doing that. I have done that in the past pretty much for the most part. I try to announce as soon as possible when I hear a new golf drop is happening. And actually, as I did that video, I was actually pretty busy at the time, so I was trying to find a way to throw that out there for people. But yeah, I ended up being able to, obviously not in the best of quality, but without further ado, let's ignore that, and let's get into this drop here and what actually did go down. Now, obviously, as this video is coming out, it's been out for quite some time now. It's been out, so this came out Saturday, so it's been a few days. But yeah, I just want to go over each piece. I'm sure a lot of this stuff is sold out in sizes at least. The drop, all in all, isn't very big. As you can see, I mean, it fit on the screen right here. Not a ton to see. And I will say that was a bit of a shock to me. Not a ton, but there's still definitely some things we haven't seen yet. And I thought that they didn't really make a big announcement, so maybe I should have been a little bit more lower expectations going into this, because they really did not drum up any buzz for this. But being the situation, how long they've been sitting on some of this stuff, I would have thought they just would have went gung-ho and just dropped a ton of stuff, if not all of the rest of the stuff. But clearly they have different ideas in mind. Sorry about all these freaking pop-ups. But yeah, clearly they want to do at least one more drop, maybe a second drop after that. Because this is not that much stuff right here. I mean, just looking at it, the more I look at this, the more I'm like, wow, there really wasn't that much at all. But yeah, let's just go into each piece here. I'm going to zoom in, and we had some fleece here. Very similar, just different shapes, but very similar materials and blocking here. And if you guys have been a part of the channel for a while now, the Shuttle Boy fam, you guys know how I feel about Sherpa fleece and Tyler using it on clothing. And this is very similar to those pieces in the past that I talked about, the shorts, and I believe it was a vest and a jacket. I could be wrong on that, though. I remember there being a jacket, I remember there being shorts. I feel like there was one other thing, though. And I still feel that way with this. It just makes you look like a lamb, and I just don't want to look like a lamb. Now, I do think this looks a lot better than those pieces that they made with Converse back in those days. But still, just not for me. I can't really tell. I guess this is black. I can't even really tell the color. No, it is green. Okay, I thought it was like a shade of green, but I couldn't tell. It's like a very muted shade of green. These colors are just really ugly to me. Even though I hate Sherpa fleece in that natural lamb's wool color, I think this one's probably the better one, because I think that complements that lilac color complements it a lot better than this one. Is just kind of a weird mishmash. But I will say with both of these, maybe I'll like them more in the future. It just doesn't stand out very well. The colors just don't clash very well together. That it might take some time to adjust to it. But then we got something very similar here with a vest. Now, we've had vests in these shapes in the past, so that's probably why they did it, because it doesn't take that much more effort. Just gotta change the materials, the colors, and you got yourself the vest again. And it's the Sherpa again. I think this color is kind of cool, honestly. I don't like the fleece being on this at all still. That's just not for me. But I do think this looks a lot cooler. And I wish they did that blue color for this. I think that would have made this piece look a lot cooler. But obviously they didn't. Now we have a cardigan again. This is one of those things that I feel like we've gotten this already in the past a few times, so that's why it just doesn't really jump out to me that much. I know some people were pretty hyped on the pink one. Just looking at it now, it just isn't really for me. Okay, one problem I have with this too is it's not a bad piece, but it's just something that I know if I was to cop it myself personally, I really wouldn't wear it all that much. It just would be something I wear once in a blue moon, and that just really isn't worth it to me, especially when we're talking about $150 for a piece, and I'm only going to wear it a few times. Just not for me. The quality seems to be there, though. It looks very nice, but I'm just not really a fan of vertical stripes on a cardigan like this, at least how they did it. But I'm sure a lot of people are going to love that piece and find a lot of joy wearing it. So I'm not going to hate on it. It's just not for me. But then we got just so much Sherpa stuff. We got pants for it as well. I don't really want to talk about this too much other than, I mean, it matches the other things. So if you want to wear it with that, that's cool. But then we got another stripe long sleeve, which everybody loves stripes when it comes to golf, so it's not a huge shock. I think this color scheme is cool, but it just isn't like cool. Like it just doesn't make me excited. Sizes seem to have sold out pretty well. Because like I said, stripes is just something a lot of people like with golf wing. And I do too, but I think in the past like 3 years or so, 3 or 4 years, they've kind of beaten it to death, and nothing about it feels special. None of the color palettes really feel that exciting. It's just something that they've done way too much. But this piece here, I think, is pretty dang cool. It's the Sucker Zip Up. Now it has that cool like blow pop, or is it called blow pop? I can't even remember. It's been so long since I've had one of these. Sucker font is on the front that says golf wing, and then the back has the sucker. And one of the cool things is, so this is a gray colorway. We do have this in yellow, and it does have the iconic different color of each flavor on the back here. I think that one was watermelon. I remember this one. I don't remember what the flavor was, but this is the one everybody always had. It had bubble gum in it. And then the grape one. I actually really like this color of yellow. I love the design. I love it being on the back. Looks kind of cool too. It's not my favorite thing about this, but I do think it looks nice. This is probably my favorite piece from this. And now this is where matured me comes into play here, because one of my things that just stops me from getting this, because I honestly was very close to buying this, is it does say blow me instead of blow pop up there. And it's funny. I understand why they didn't put the brand name, because they just don't have the rights to that. But being someone in their 20s now, just being a more matured person, I just don't feel like wearing something that says something like that on there. Like I'm getting into a space where I have to be more professional when I go places. And it sucks in a weird sense to say that, because I remember the really fun me just wearing whatever, not caring. But I have to, at this point in my life, I have to draw the line when it comes to language and stuff on clothes. That cannot be on my clothes these days. I can still wear fun colors. I love wearing fun colors, but I don't need blow me on something. That's just not going to happen anymore. But it's still an awesome piece. It's just a shame it had to do that, but it's whatever. I know that's the Tyler way, you know? But then we have this piece, Take Time Tea is what they're dubbing it. I don't have any interest in this shirt whatsoever. But that's just me. Then we have another piece here, the Wacko Tea is what they're calling it. I think we saw this logo on a hat already. I think that's what we saw it on already. I don't really remember. It's alright. I don't know. It's nothing special. The colors are pretty dang lame. This one's obviously better because it has some color to it, but this one's just like, why even bother? Then moving on from that, We got another shirt that's great for wearing to work. Just there's nothing to this. I mean, you might as well just buy a Hanes tee and write it yourself. And that would be a little bit cooler because you did it yourself. So I just do me a favor and don't buy this shirt. It's just a waste of your money. Then we have the t-shirt version of this. This also made me a little interested because I was thinking, well, maybe you won't be able to, because golf screen printing isn't all that great. Maybe you won't be able to read the words on it. So considering, but I probably won't. But I do think this is really cool and probably the better way to go when it comes to that because of that reasoning. Then we have the hats here. I remember seeing this in the lookbook. It's cool. I think I thought it was a lot cooler when we saw it in the lookbook, and now I'm just kind of like, whatever. It's not bad, though. I like trucker hats like that. It's just that design in particular isn't for me. Then we have our classic G hats, which for some reason aren't showing up. It still won't, but you can see the colors here. The blue looks pretty cool. I had this issue when I was doing this on my phone, too. There we go. The blue is cool. I like this blue. That's the color to get if you want one. Some people are really into the G hats. I'm not one of those people, but I really like that blue. The more I look at it, the more I like it. Then we got some beanies here. Nothing special. I think this color is pretty cool, though, with the light blue on this mint. Looks pretty awesome. This one's pretty forgettable, but that's cool. $40 though for a beanie like that. Not gonna do that personally. Then we have some boxers. I believe it's just, I'm not sure. I guess you're getting 2 pairs. I'm confused. I thought at first when I looked at this, I thought it was reversible, but now that I'm looking at it, I think it's 2 pairs. It's whatever. I don't know. That's not exciting at all to me. It looks kind of cool from afar. It looks like bricks. But just not for me. Again, plus $45. It's like whatever. Then we have that Nate logo stitched on some socks. I think the colors of the socks are pretty cool. I just don't need that logo on socks. It's just very random. Then the piece of the drop. I'm just kidding, but slightly not. I like this logo a lot, and I think the colors they did on this look really nice. Now, I think this was supposed to be all white, but it looks like this might be like a peach color right there. I love the color of this one, the logo on here, and this one's pretty cool too. Those are pretty sweet. I just don't need, they just released so many socks. I just don't need it. I don't even really want to click on this one. You know what it is, basically. It's all right. It's just whatever. Is that supposed to be the Rockstar logo? Like Rockstar I never even thought about that. Let's search that up right now. Rockstar logo. Is it this? Now we're getting really deep on this, guys. I was not expecting to do this. It's like a flipped version. Is that what they're going for on this? Let me know in the comments down below, but that's what I thought of now that I'm looking at. And that makes me slightly more interested. I mean, the palette was similar for that one to this. So maybe. But I don't know. That's kind of funny. I know he did like GTA a lot, so that would make sense. But moving on, we got the boards. I'm not even going to click on these. We got the Nate one. I'm not going to click. I'll click on this one just to humor you guys a little bit more. But, oh, it does come with random colors. That's pretty sweet. I will say that. I like this. The colors, they did a good job on these sucker things. They just didn't do the wording. I would be all over it. But, yeah, that was pretty cool. We got a bag here. 17 by 14 isn't too big. Not a terrible bag or anything. It's just not for me. Insulated. We got a mug. I'm just clicking on it purely to no price. $20. All right, let's see the toothbrushes. Pretty cool. I like seeing some random things like that from golf. Is always cool. It is a 3-pack, so you're getting 3 for $15. Not a bad deal. I think that's a pretty like fair price. You got this weird picture of a cow or a calf, should I say? um, whatever, I guess. Okay. And then we got the lollipop stickers, which, I mean, there you go. And then they got a smaller one. But yeah, that's pretty much everything, guys. Not much to say on this drop. All in all, it's whatever. It's nothing exciting. I think the lollipop stuff is really cool. But like I said, I'm not going to keep saying it, but obviously that one little thing just kind of stops me from getting it. But I do really like what I see there. I think those are the pieces to get when it comes to anything here. As for everything else, though, not too exciting. Pretty forgettable drop. If you missed out on it, I don't think there's any reason to feel bad about it whatsoever. And it seems like a decent amount of sizes are still available. So if you do want to get them, go ahead and do that. But that's pretty much going to conclude the video, guys. Please let me know down below what you think of this golf drop. Did you get anything? Please let me know all of that down below. And please hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video, guys. And please subscribe if you haven't already for more golf weighing, more sneakers, more clothing, and more Shuttle Boy. And this is Shuttle Boy, guys. And I'm out, guys. Peace.